Okay, today I'm going to share with you my packing list for the Tamang Heritage Trail. Okay, so this is everything that was in my backpack. So this year we did not use a porter. We just carried all of our own things. So I have 3 pairs of underwear, 2 sports bras, a pair of sandals, my hiking boots, a pair of light hiking socks, and then 2 wool socks, 1 pair of shorts. Now, to be honest, I would not pack these again. I only wore them on the first day. So for me, they weren't worth the weight or the space in my backpack. Then we have hiking pants, my leggings, these are light ones, base layer leggings, 1 tank top. Again, I would not bring that again. I only wore it on the first day, and again, just for 1 day, it's totally not worth it to bring. 2 base layer long sleeves, a hat, a beanie, a buff, the winter face mask. Now, again, so I did this in October, and honestly, I did not need that. I didn't use it at all once, and I definitely wouldn't pack it again. Light gloves and winter gloves. Now, I actually did use the winter gloves, so I'm happy I had those. A fleece, winter jacket. Again, I never used the winter jacket, and I would, if you're doing it in October, honestly, you don't even need to bring the winter jacket because you're never going up high enough for it to get cold. And in October, it's not like winter cold. So again, if I were doing this again, I would not bring a winter jacket. Rain jacket. Those are my rain pants. I never use them. However, I am very happy I had them because in October there are obviously chances of rain still, so you'll definitely want to bring your rain gear. This is my rain cover. Again, never used it. Happy I had it. Survival blanket, first aid kit, polarized sunglasses, and now let's see, towel. Quick dry, of course. This is the case for my glasses, my contact solution, as well as some extra contacts, my deodorant, these little things of shampoo. We also brought body wash, but I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So here's little shampoo packets, toothbrush. We had toothpaste, what is this? Lip balm, and it has a big thing. Oop, there you go. It has SPF in there, so it protects your lips from the sun. Tiger balm. Then these are aqua tabs. So it is how we purified our water on the trail. So you just plop 1 in per 1 liter, and in 30 minutes your water is purified. So we did 1 liter water bottle. Then this is something that we tried out new this year. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. So we did some, these are electrolyte pills. And honestly, we did use them. Some days we just needed some extra energy, but honestly, some other times there was just a nice little break from really only drinking water. Okay, so we have my headlamp, extra batteries. These were clutch. Clothespins. So we did our laundry on the trail, obviously. And so most places have clotheslines, but they don't always have clothespins. And so these are a freaking lifesaver because it obviously gets windy there. And if you don't have clothespins, some mornings you're going to wake up and your clothes are all over the lawn or the hill or wherever you're staying. So I brought 10 clothespins, and this is enough for both my boyfriend and I's clothing. So if you're doing this by yourself, you really only need 5 or 6. But we have 10. We brought some duct tape. Now, I always bring, so this is duct tape and this is electrical tape. I always bring it. I've really never had to use it until this year. My hiking poles broke on the trail, so I actually had to tape them up with this. And then these are my new hiking poles that I bought as we were leaving Kathmandu. But again, I did bring hiking poles on this trek. So yeah, even though you probably won't need to use tape, it's always good to have. Brought a lock. We never used it, but again, I was happy that I had it on me. That way, if, you know, I was prepared if any of the tea houses didn't have their own lock, then I felt, you know, comfortable that I had my own should I need it. Okay, so some rubber bands. Again, never needed them. Happy I had them. Some extra Ziploc bags. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. My notebook where I kept all, you know, my little like daily journal, as well as I kept track of our spending in here. 2 pens. Okay, now for like I'm gonna call this my entertainment section. So I love to do puzzles. So I brought some fill-ins. These have clearly seen better days. Some fill-ins, Sudoku, and some word finds. I had 2 books on the trail, obviously. I read 2, and this is one I got on the trail. 2 decks of cards, my gimbal stick. I'll go over here. My cell phone charger. This is my permit, or this is, Tim. So because we did not go with a trekking company this year, we just did it by ourselves. So you get the green one, and then inside right there is our Langtang Valley National Park permit. My sleeping bag. And this was new this year for me for my packing list, and I'm so freaking happy I had it. So it's a awesome little fanny pack. And in here, I just kept my gimbal and some money and then my phone. And so this made it, and I also stored my aquifer or iodine tablets in there. And so I strapped this obviously on the front part of my body. So this was really nice. Like as we were trekking, if I just needed one of those items quickly, then I could easily just get it out and not have to set my bag down, dig through my bag, get it out, then re-put the bag on my back. So this was new this year and it was a lifesaver. You definitely should add this to your packing list. Okay, so some other items that I had packed that are not laying on the bed because, well, I already used them up, where we started off with 2 rolls of toilet paper. You could easily buy toilet paper along the way. So toilet paper isn't provided by tea houses, so you will have to bring your own if you want to use that. So again, we started with 2 rolls of toilet paper, but you could easily just start with 1 and buy it along the way. We also brought 2 things of wet wipes. So those were super nice for, you know, if it was ever you didn't want to shower because it didn't have warm water, or you were just like, I don't know, too cold for the day. Those were nice, just like I call it a redneck shower. I don't know what most people call it, but I call it a redneck shower. So that was nice to have. We also had a small thing of toothpaste. Again, we obviously used it up on the trek itself. So we brought body wash. Now, if you're doing this trek, honestly, oh, my lighting's off. Hold on. There we go. Okay, if you're doing this trek, I do not recommend you bring body wash. 1, it takes up space. 2, it's usually heavier than soap. The reason we do body wash is, I've said this before, my boyfriend is a stinky kid sometimes, and soap doesn't work for him. He has to have body wash in order to smell like a normal human being. So we bring body wash for that reason, but I recommend that you just bring soap. Some other things. So we do our laundry on the trail, obviously. So we bought the laundry detergent bar. And then, yeah, we just did laundry. Here, this one, we did laundry every day after our, we were done trekking for the day. So we bought the Tide bar, but I know there's some like smaller ones, like a local brand that are smaller. We like the Tide bar one. So we actually did three treks total this year. So this was just one segment of it that took us about a week. So you would be fine with the smaller laundry bar, but I don't know, Tide worked great for us. We also brought some big, like, Ziploc bags that are big. I don't know the true size of them. I don't think are they gallon? Maybe they are gallon size. I don't know, maybe a little bigger, but that's what we put our breakfast in each morning. So for us, we don't like to eat like right when we wake up in the morning. We'd rather hike for a couple hours, work up an appetite, and then stop on the trail and eat. So we would order our breakfast the night before. In the morning, we just take it to go. So we'd put it into these Ziploc bags and start our hike in the morning. So we did have a big Ziploc bag for that. We also brought a sheet of foil because we would usually get some kind of bread, whether it's like Tibetan bread or chapati. And so it just kind of kept it, I don't know, I guess cleaner in the bags because we were using that bag every day. So just like one sheet of toilet paper, good Lord, one sheet of foil. Again, if you like to eat breakfast before you start trekking, then you don't need to bring that at all. Like, save the space. We also brought granola bars. So we brought enough granola bars for one per day per person. And again, for us, we don't eat lunch on the trail. Oh my gosh, it sounds like we never eat, which is not true at all. So how we eat on the trail is we'll get our breakfast to go in the morning, and we'll typically eat it at like between like 10 and 11 each day. And then we'll hike and get into the next village at, in the afternoon, like for sure by 3. And honestly, most days we just weren't like hungry enough to get lunch. And so we would just eat dinner at night at 6 o'clock and we get dal bhat. Well, dal bhat, as you know, it is unlimited serving. So we would just like load up on that. And that, again, like sustained us for the next day. So anyway, so granola bars were on the few days that we did feel, hungry after breakfast, but like not hungry enough to order an entire thing of lunch. Then we would have granola bars. And again, it was just a nice little change up from, we basically eat the same food every single day. So that was a nice little change up along the trek. Another thing you don't see on there was a battery pack, like a rechargeable thing. Happy we had it. There were, let's see, all places on the Tamang Heritage Trail did have outlets or power for us to charge each night, but I'm still happy we had it, just as a backup source of power. And then let's see, one thing I did not bring, and I'm actually really happy about it, is my hairbrush. So I showered like every 4 days or so on the long trek. So on this Tamang Heritage section, it took us 6 or 7 days. So I showered twice there. And honestly, like I just let my hair dry naturally. I may have like used my fingers to like comb through it, but I didn't use a brush. And I'm honestly happy that I didn't bring it. To me, it was unnecessary weight in my backpack and unnecessary space. And, if you're only doing the Tamang Heritage Trail, like you can totally get by 1 week without brushing your hair. At least with my hair type, it's super easy to get away with it. Okay, so again, the 2 things that I packed that I do not recommend that you pack, and I won't be packing them in the future, was my 1 pair of shorts and my tank top. I am very, very happy that I had my rain gear, even though I never had to use it. Now for the sleeping bag, I packed it, I used it. I'm very happy that I had it. Now on the Tamang Heritage Trail, every place offered blankets on their bed. So you wouldn't have to bring your own sleeping bag. However, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. One, to me, it's just more comfortable. Two, it's more hygienic. Like, I have no idea how often they wash blankets or bedding. Honestly, like I just don't know. And three, it's warm. Like my sleeping bag is freaking warm, and I'm happy that I had it. Now it was when I did the sleeping bag down first, and then I put the blanket on top. Oh, it was like a fire in there. It was so freaking warm, almost like too hot some nights. But yeah, the sleeping bag is kind of like some people bring it, some people don't. I'm a huge proponent for it, and I definitely recommend you bring your own. But if you're looking to save space or weight, or you just don't have one, you really wouldn't have to bring it. So again, that is my packing list for the Tamang Heritage Trail. Now, if you saw from last year we did the Annapurna circuit. This packing list is honestly almost identical to that. So in my years of trekking in Nepal, at least the ones that I do, like these in the Annapurna region and the Langtang region, I have not done a trek in the Everest region. However, my research says the packing list for all of these different areas of Nepal, at least in the fall, is basically the same. For me, there was no difference in what I packed last year and what I packed this year, outside of just some minor tweaks, right? Like we decided to bring the electrolyte tablets this year. Don't have to do that, but it was a nice little addition. But otherwise, yeah, this is honestly pretty much the same as last year. So as always, like the video, subscribe for more unique travel adventures. Leave me a comment. When do you plan to do the Tamang Heritage Trail? In the next video, we'll be right here in 3, 2, 1.